you forget what the main purpose is, right? So what I'm going to tell you, man, is you're set up to go into the world's most powerful navy that the planet has ever seen. You're going to be fine. Chill out. Not a big deal. You're going to be in what? Camo?
I'm going for right now is aviation mechanic. They told me my recruiter talked to me today with the chief. He said if they could find an IT job, they'll let me know. If not, I can just stay where I'm at with the aviation mechanic, and then when I go in, they said I can just change my job.
Well,
They're
you can't just change your job.
and
They're
so
full of
it's
shit.
gonna be like 2 years in. Is that BS or?
Yeah. For if it's anything like the army is BS, you got to wait till that contract's over, whatever your contract length is. But that's neither here nor there. You signed for aviation mechanic, right? And you think like
Yeah.
aviation mechanic's all right, right?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I like mechanic. I like learning
Yeah,
about cars, I like
are you just
electricity.
worried? So it sounds like you're worried about the events in today's world. The
Mm,
job, both jobs that you just told me, you're gonna be fine.
yeah.
You're gonna be fine. I mean, do your job, do what you signed up to do, fix the planes or do the
Yep.
communication or whatever the hell, the technical shit. Whatever
Hmm.
job you signed up to do, just go do it. You're gonna be all right.
Got you.
It ain't a big deal.
And then
Bro,
one last thing.
yeah,
Hmm.
go ahead.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate your service. And then for school. So yeah, I'm hearing what you're saying too. It's like um our obligation, like, because I talked to like what I'm learning is basically the obligation first is to the service first, then everything else, like your personal stuff is after, right? Like you're we're it's based off of the needs of the service, and then it's like you in your free time you do like schooling, you do everything else. Am I correct? Like you go to work, like you wake
Yeah,
up, you do formation, do everything, and then
yeah,
in your free time you work out, you do your school stuff or whatever,
yeah,
right?
yep,
All right.
yeah. But I mean, I mean, that's real life though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you got a job as the manager of fucking Best Buy or
Hmm.
whatever, they still got Best Buys. I don't even know.
Yeah.
You get a job there, right? And do you think they'd be okay while you were on the clock if you were like, "Hey, I'm just gonna take this class real quick," I'm doing homework.
No.
Exactly. It's the same thing, dude. Look, the only difference is you're doing a cool ass job. It's different than the civilians do, and you wear a uniform to work. That's
Hmm.
really it, man. I mean, it's a normal job. So,
Yeah. The thing is with me, man, is just like why I joined. I really wanted to do service since I was young, right? First, either police, firefighter. Since I had asthma, I was like, all right, firefighter, maybe not, whatever. But I grew out of it. I did sports in high school, college, whatever. But now it's like I've been looking for work. I went to college. I didn't finish my associates. Had some personal things going on. Okay. Now I'm like, yo, I need to find a way to get consistent work that's going to help me to get experience. So then when I get out back into the civilian world, um, this can help me for my resume. This will help me have experience. You know, is that a good thing that I'm doing? Because that's what I'm like, this is what I'm doing. I think this is the best option because going to trade school, like you got to work to pay for the loans. Like it's just like crazy. I mean, I know you have to
yeah,
invest in yourself. I
no,
understand that.
you are doing what you should be doing. Okay, because you're having trouble finding work right now, right? You're having trouble getting to the spot you want to be. The Navy is going to put you in that spot. Okay, any branch of service is going to do that for you. Okay, I I have a bias. I think the Army's better than any branch for other reasons, but at the end of the day, they're all going to propel you to success in life. Okay, so you're going to be fine. I think that everybody gets a little nervous towards ship out day, right? The closer it gets, it's a little nerve wracking. You're doing all right. Let's put it this way, man. Like,
I'm
this
training.
just
I'm
kicked
working.
off. This shit just kicked off, right? So I get it, and trust me, we're hearing about it a lot, a lot. People freaking out, right? But to be honest with you, from a recruiter shell is like, no, no, don't do that. But like soldier shell is like, fuck you, quit if you don't want to
Yeah.
come, because I don't want that guy. If he's gonna
Yeah.
quit, I don't want him out there anyway. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. No.
whatever. But like, here's the deal, bro. Like, I joined. We were hot and heavy in Iraq, Afghanistan. You know what I mean? I knew exactly what I was doing. I was at basic training, and they were like, "Hey, be ready. We're cutting all your guys' individual training down because you guys are going
Mhm.
straight to Iraq." I was
Oh
like,
shit.
lie. I was like, whatever, dude. Sure as shit. Fucking Private Schellenberg fucking shows up to a unit. Hey, here's orders. You're going to Iraq. I was like, shit.
Wow.
I was like, he wasn't playing. All right. I was in there 30 days and I had orders in my hands, But look, dude,
Hmm.
it's whatever. Like, you signed up to do it, right? We already know what we're doing. I don't want to sound like I'm gonna knock it or anything, but it's the Navy, bro. Like,
Yeah.
we've already taken out their entire damn Navy. So like, you'll be all right, dude. Who cares?
Appreciate you, man.
Yep.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, you're making the right choice. Stick with what you're doing. Go to the Navy, have a good career, have an honorable service.
Oh,
You'll be proud
one
of
last
yourself.
thing. What's
Yeah.
your advice on making sure like you get that honorable discharge, like when it comes
Don't
to your
fucking
conduct or
don't honorable discharge. That's when you get out of the Navy.
yeah, I'm saying like after to just make sure your conduct and everything is good during your time and to make sure, at the end you get
Bro,
honorable.
be a good human and a good sailor. Don't do anything illegal. You'll get an honorable discharge.
All right.
Everybody gets honorable discharges. You got to try to not get one.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just don't do nothing stupid. If you think, oh man, I'm gonna get in trouble for this, don't do that thing.
Okay. Yeah, I do my best because I already see like they discourage the weed smoking. You can't do none of that. They do the drug
Hell
test.
yeah, you can't smoke weed. No, no drugs.
Yeah.
If you're drinking, be safe. Is it
Yeah.
Friday? Shit, cons. We about to do a safety brief. Hey, if it ain't yours, don't fucking touch it. That includes other people's bodies, right?
Yeah.
Don't steal nothing. Don't add to the population. Don't subtract from the population. It's basic shit. Don't go to
Got
jail. If you're drinking, don't drive. Don't smoke weed. Don't do drugs. It's simple.
got you. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I got you, man. You let me know if you have any questions. While you're out there, if you're basic military stuff, bro, I can help you with. I don't care what branch it is. If you need if you got a question or how you should handle something, just reach out.
All right. Have a good night, man.
You too. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey there, Staff Sergeant Shell. How's it going?
Going well. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. So I spoke to you last week. We basically went over just slightly about some 18 X-ray sort of deal, and I've been thinking a lot about it, and I would like to get the ball rolling. However, I do want to ask you a question as far as when I had went down to just for context, I've been kind of involved with the National Guard for good amount of time. They sent me down to maps just fine, still getting some waivers through, no problem. However, I did want to ask you how much of a limiting factor, um, not color deficiency would be. So 2020 vision, right? Past my red green vivid, but I did not have the opportunity to actually do the colorblind test, if that makes any sense. So, how much of a limiting factor would that be as far as high school
Wait.
stuff?
So are they saying are you red green colorblind?
Deficient. So I passed my vivid red green. So like I'm really not sure. I when I was at Maps, the lady was like, "Hey, are you colorblind?" And I was like, "Yeah." So she basically just skipped over that entire portion. And I wish I didn't say that, but it is what it is in
Man, I'll tell
retrospect.
you right now, you guys say the wildest shit at Maps, bro. I'm telling you. They'll be like, "Hey, have you ever had a speeding ticket?" And these y'all will be like, "I have asthma." What? Where did that come from? I swear
Oh
to
yeah.
God, something about MEPS just turns people into truth serum or fucking
Man, she was too
something.
nice, man. She was pretty. I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
And she honeypotted you, huh? Sure, she honeypotted
straight
you.
up though, straight up.
That sucks. Whatever
No,
happened?
but
Where was the honeypots when I went through MEPS? It was just an old dude looking at your butthole. That was all that was there. No, man. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to look at your MEPS profile and see exactly what I'm looking at. I don't want to answer a question like that
Yeah,
without having the full picture and seeing your MEPS profile and your medical paperwork.
yeah, but honestly, that's really the only just
Are
general
you
question I have. But
are you trying to go
sorry.
active? You're trying to go active 18x right now?
Uh, yes, I am. I've just not only thought about it, I've talked it with my dad. I mean, I'm not sure if you remember, but he's retired, GB. So, um,
How old are you?
I'm 17 right now.
Yeah, I remember you. I was running around the hotel trying to get dinner and check out
Indeed,
and
look,
shit,
you look
doing
quite
laundry,
busy,
right?
man.
Yeah, doing laundry and shit. I remember you now. All right. Yeah, no, you graduate high school yet?
Yes, I am. So, for context, I'm currently full time enrolled in college, working part time. However, I wouldn't be able to ship out until I'm at least over 18 because my probation doesn't complete until then. So that's
You got
that.
my number?
Sorry.
You got my number?
No, I do not.
See if somebody can post it for me because I can't reach the screen very well here. Hey, is anybody in here? Can you all post my number for him?
It would be
You got,
much
you got a pen?
appreciated.
You got a pen?
Oh, yes, I do. So I've got my phone out right now, so I can just take that down if you
All right, you ready?
need. Yes, I am.
All right, 605.
605
Yep, 787
787
8909.
8909. All right,
Shoot me
I'll
a
text
text.
you what, like first name, last name.
Yeah,
Shoot.
text me right now with your first name, last name, birth date, and what you're trying to do.
Got you.
All right, my phone's upstairs. I'll probably hear it ding in a second, but
Outstanding. I just sent that through.
all right. Hey, call me tomorrow. You have class in the morning?
No, I do not.
All right, call me
So no,
tomorrow,
no, no,
10 a.m. 10 a.m.
time.
Central Time.
Hey, it's good. Let's do it.
All right, sounds good. We'll get
All
working. All right,
right, Sergeant Swift, you have a good one.
you too. All right, all right. Marcus.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm a 29-year-old. I tried to join the Marine Corps for about 2 years, and I just wanted to ask some kind of questions about, the military in general.
Okay.
Sure thing. Let me take my earphones out. Basically, you know how Jake recommends doing construction, like to build grit for infantry type roles.
Okay. Yeah.
Like basically, last summer I did that with my dad for about 6 months. We were doing electrical together, and like I understood what he meant. Everything from like the wood, logs, and buds to like literally in carpentry construction, you got heavy materials like that. To like the long days, the physical. Basically, I understood how in some ways construction can be like field life. But like basically, I understood that it seems like when it comes to basically like my woman at the time, whoever it was, I felt that she kind of like more the construction thing, like just stay home and do like blue collar work. That didn't really scratch that itch for me like the military did. Do you think that the kind of guy who's okay, like making good money in the trades, kind of staying at home, that's not really the psychology profile of somebody who wants to go in the military, or they're not really related? Like that's not the same.
No, I mean, I don't think they're related. I don't think that's not really related. It's more like the reason Jake says that is because of you kind of touched on it a little bit. It's not so much the physicalness, but the sustained physical beating your body takes for the time being and the grit that you're going to earn from it. Cause it's like, okay, I'm tired, I'm hurting, I'm cold, I'm wet, but guess what? I still got to get up and go to work, right? That's the grit he's talking about. The guy that goes and does that construction shit and then he's tired, cold, wet, hungry, sore, and he's like, you know what, I got to work to, man, I'm done, and he quits. Yeah, you ain't gonna make it. You know what I mean? So the grit is there, right? That's what he's talking about when he's telling you guys to do that stuff. It's not necessarily hey, you have to do this, right? But especially if you're going to try and go to like anything like Ranger or Special Forces, you should probably have some adversity in your life that you can look at and be like, all right, you know what, I didn't quit here, I ain't going to quit there, right? If the guy that does the construction, he's happy with what he's doing, I mean, cool. You know, it's not that he's less of a man or something. I mean, you don't have to prefer these things. You know what I'm saying? Um, is he there? I think he's like, I think he's wigging out.
Thank you. Think you lost him, dude.
Yeah, you see that? Is he still? Oh, there he is.
I was trying to turn my camera on, man. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, okay. You can still hear me though, I hope.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, so I don't think that they are related, like in the aspect you asked, right? Now, if it's not scratching the itch for you, then it's not scratching the itch. It just is what it is. Then it's never going to scratch the itch. You know, you're never going to be able to get that experience out. You know what I'm saying? Shit, bro, there's people in the military that still got that itch, you know? So you got to keep trying, right? I mean, look, your girl, is she still with you? Are you guys still together?
No, but I felt that like not just her, because I'm 29 years old. I think a lot of women look at it like, man, you need to get your ass a job, move out your mama house. Like you talking all this military stuff, I'm not digging it. And I'm like, I feel it, but like I was trying to be a reservist, you know what I'm saying? So like now she really wasn't feeling the whole like you gotta get a day job thing, how Jake said. So what how I saw it was like the kind of guy that's like,
Wait,
look,
she
like
didn't want you to get a day job either?
no, that's what I'm saying. I felt that she kind of looked at it like my focus at 29 years old, I'm in the Bay Area, Latino dude. I live with my parents. I haven't paid rent not one time. I think she looked at it like you gotta focus on that, not the military. But basically, my question was like, is the kind of guy that's like, he's happy making, let's say, 150,000 in Chicago doing blue collar work. Is that the kind of guy that he's gonna be happy in the military? He's saying like, man, like I'm not really making a lot of money. It's more like not symbolic, but it's like what do they call it? Like
Well,
you can't touch it. Intangibles, what you get from
I mean, I'll tell you this. There's a lot of correlation for blue collar work, law enforcement, military. Those that personality is very similar. Those guys are all kind of similar people, right? And I think what it is they got the camaraderie, the team orientation. The everybody's together. They're all in it. They're all in this until the day's over. Regardless, right? You got to watch each other's backs. Some of these jobs can be dangerous. So I think, yeah, those types of people are just, naturally kind of the same type of person.
Yeah, that makes sense, sir. I guess like since I was trying to be like a rifleman with the Marine Corps, especially, I guess some people looked at it like not a pipe dream, but just you could do it, just work for it for those PFT results. Basically, I kind of worried that like, well, if construction is paying me pretty decent, like I'm physically scratching that itch, I'm having fun. You get to drink a little beer, have some fun, eat good food. How come isn't enough? It seems with most women, if you bring the check home on Fridays, you're home by 5 p.m. You get a nice truck, you have a nice house. All is good in the world, right? But then some of us are like, that's not enough, man. I want to go wear fatigues and jump out of planes and do some flight shit. But I'm like, I wonder if that psychological part of you, because how you said the physical part, the field life, construction, blue collar aspect, I get it. But I'm talking about the mental aspect. It's like I want to go to like the range. I want to go shoot some shit. Like where are the mortars? Where it's
Yeah.
like that's the missing aspect. Like war, we gotta go to war. I mean, we don't have to, but just that like drill, like the what do you call it? Prehistoric? I'm not saying primitive. Like just the man part of you. Like it's not paintball, but I don't feel that is like satisfied. But I guess with relationships with women as a 29-year-old straight man, it seems that they don't understand that. They're like, I just don't get why you don't like be a plumber, electrician, welder, do something. You can make like 10,000 a week. Why are you so in love with this whole Marine Corps thing? Reservists seem to not have a lot of financial incentives unless like
I
go
wouldn't be a
active.
reservist.
Was that?
I wouldn't even be a reservist, bro. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I would go active duty for 3 years, minimum contract. If you fall in love with the job, you found your calling. If you don't, it's only 3 years in and out. You're still making decent money. I mean, everything you do, they're gonna take care of you. Um, you'll know if that itch got scratched, right? You'll have experience and you'll have a skill to bring out of the military with you. So you're not wasting your time. A lot of people look at it that like, what would you waste your time? It's like, it's not a waste. Everything you do is college credits in the military. Okay. First of all. Second of all, most of these jobs are going to give you some sort of skill or craft that you can bring out with you, right? Whether that's a leadership experience for a resume from the infantry, or it's a technical skill that you get from, I don't know, being a mechanic or something, right? Or a construction worker in the military, right? You'll get all your certifications and shit, your heavy equipment operators licenses. You know, I think I laugh because what's that means? Like send 2 3 years to Dagestan and forget, right? That's kind of how I look at this. Like you just need to go do the military for 3 years. Okay, go do it and see what it is, right? She ain't with you no more, right?
Nah.
All right. What does that tell you? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so you listened to what she said. You were doing the construction thing. She's like, oh, why are you obsessed with it? Okay, well, I'll just keep working construction. And then she popped smoke anyway. So what the fuck?
No, I think that's why she kind of cut out. You feel me? Because I wasn't trying to like do the whole like Family Guy thing. Like I wasn't digging it. I tried it. I didn't even drink. I tried to start drinking to do construction and really just like do the whole blue collar thing. But it wasn't. I don't know. Like my dad did construction. I tried to do it for him. But we just kind of butting heads, and I just kind of cut. And I felt like she was trying to find better for me, I guess. But like my thing was like, it's not even about the woman. It's more about just when you know you want something real bad, whether it's communications, military medicine, whatever, infantry, you just know you want it. And so I'm 29. I said I live with my parents. I guess she looked at it like, bro, work at AT&T, get a welding certificate, make some money. You could be making like a nice little chunk of change, move out your parents' house, get you a work truck. That they'll get off your back, man. Like, but you're 29. You're born in
Yep.
'96. You're not one of them
Right.
17-year-old kids in high school. What are you gonna do, Marcus, today, 2026, to do something, save up some money, get a down payment, like VA home loan?
You got
Yeah,
any?
that's good. What was that, sir?
You got any law?
I'm sorry. What was that, sir?
You got law violations.
No, sir. No.
You had to think about that for a second. That's scary. Um, medical problems? No.
No, sir. No. I'm 29, but that's it. I've never had
Let's
surgery
go,
here.
bro. Let's go to the army.
I'm gonna put in that waiver for the Marine Corps, like you were saying, but I
You don't want to go there. You don't want to do
What's
that. You want to know why you don't want to do that?
that, sir?
How long you been on this channel?
Oh man, like 2 years, probably 2.5 years.
Bro, you ain't heard these damn videos? Are you out of your mind?
Yeah, I've heard it, sir. I've heard it, but
All right. Well, here's the deal. Here's what you haven't heard. So the Marine Corps going to assign you into an open contract, and they're going to give you all them pipe dreams. And I love how you use the word intangible because you got that straight out of the Marine Corps recruiting handbook, brother.
I know, man.
You don't think I know, bro? You don't think I know? What intangibles does this is? Is it selfless, sir? All this fucking coins. He bring out his little coins and slide them in. Which one of these is most important to you? Do you do that?
The intangibles is when everything breaks from the SATCOM
Hey,
to
quit. Hey,
no
hey,
resupply to no med supply.
Marcus, stop trying to share your camera because it is killing your
Yes, sir.
bandwidth, and you keep cutting out. You keep cutting out.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You disappeared for a second again. So listen, you got sold. Okay, he hit you with the okey doke and made you feel like the prom queen. He tells the same people the same shit. You know what I'm saying?
Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you, but it still looks like you're trying to share that camera or trying to come on. You don't need to do that. But so look, man, you don't want to end up signing an open contract or whatever. They'll try to get you the job you want, and then at the end of the day, they're like, "Hey, sorry, we just can't get it for you. You're gonna go do this instead." for the Marine Corps, and now you're sitting there doing a 3-year contract with the Marines, fucking not doing what you wanted. And the goal that you set for yourself of trying to scratch that itch and do that badass shit ain't coming because you're fucking making eggs for 3 years on a boat or some dumb shit. So, hey, you do what you want, but the Army, if you want to be a rifleman, you want to be infantry, we can guarantee infantry slots, guaranteed.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that. Honestly, I really do. Because
All right.
the Army's badass to me. I wouldn't mind at all being in some like what
Bro, all it is, dude, is a different uniform. Who cares? We get the same, everybody gets the same benefit, the same everything. They hit you with that, oh, we're the hardest of the baddest of the bad, and we train longer. Our basic training's the longest. It's because they march around in fucking circles for 3 weeks doing drill and ceremony. We cut that out and go straight to combat training. Do we look as pretty when we march? No, absolutely not. They can march awesome. They look great. Okay. But I don't give a shit. I want to go straight into combat training. So I don't know, man. It's up to you, but you go to the Army, we guarantee you infantry right out the gate. Shit, I could get you Ranger selection right out the gate. You really want to put yourself to test. And then you fucking do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But like you're playing with you're gambling. I'm not a gambler. I don't like it. I work too hard for my money to hand it to somebody else. So when I have a guarantee and I have 100% right here and I've got a maybe over here, I'm taking the 100% all day long. All day long. I've been in your shoes, dude. I don't know if you've got family in the military. I have no family that served in the military like that. So I knew nothing about it. I walked into a recruiter's office. First thing I did was I walked in the Air Force because everybody was like, oh, the Air Force, that's the best. That's where the smart people go. And I'm like, well, I'm not dumb. I'll go to the Air Force. I walked in there. That guy was a douche. And I was like, yeah, he didn't want to like help me. So I was like, okay. So I left. Next office was the Marine Corps. Marine Corps was like, yeah, we'll have you out of here in like 3-4 months. I was like, damn, that's a long time, Now that's average time. But back then we were at war. I mean, I wanted to go. I was like, all right, well, okay, I guess. And then Army dude was like, oh, you going to the Marines? As I was walking out the office, I was like, yeah, I guess, but it's going to take 3-4 months. He laughed and said, I'd have you out of here in 2 weeks. I said, the fuck out of here. So the next thing you know, I'm in there, found out that I could pick my job and guarantee what I did, because that was another thing that the Marine was like, nope. It was a different day, man. He was like, no, you're going to do what the Marines need you to do. And I was like, okay, yeah, roger that, dude. And I didn't know any better. But then the Army guy, fucking, if I hadn't been walking out that office and he wasn't smoking a cigarette out front, I'd be sitting in the Marines doing some bullshit right now that I didn't sign up to do. Actually, no, I wouldn't. I'd probably be out by now. I would have quit after that first contract. I would not have signed again. But instead, I'm in the Army, loving what I do, and I'm making a career out of it. I got 10 years left till retirement, and I got 10 years left until I'm paid forever. So I'm just saying, man, I've already been doing what you're doing. Everybody who's joined has already done this. I'm just saying I wouldn't pick the wrong thing right now. Most Marines that stay in will get out and go to the Army. If that tells you anything.
Yeah, up or out. All right,
So,
Sergeant Shaw. I want to give everybody else a chance to talk, but you've given me a lot of game. I hope this was like kind of a live question, but I've seen you on Jake's podcast or on here before. I hope to ask you about kind of CompTI and software question, but later. I don't want to, I want to give everybody a chance. But I thank you so much for the advice. It was nice meeting you digitally. I try to come up, but I hope we do get to talk again soon next week or next session or something like that.
hey, brother, you let me know. Like I said, I don't want you guys in this community. We shouldn't be making the wrong choices. I don't want you guys failing, and I don't want you pissed off because you didn't get what you wanted. So that's all. That's all it is. All
Now
right.
you kept it real, like how you said they got guaranteed jobs. Like you could hope for a waiver for an open contract, or you can just go with the branch that gives it to you in black and white, right there in writing, no harm. Like you know exactly what you're getting. I don't know. Some people they say, hey, you want to get back laundry specialist? Go ahead, buddy. You 29. Do what you want.
I mean that's kind of what I'm saying, man. Like I know what you want to do. You're 29 years old. Don't waste any more time getting screwed over. You know what I mean? By a smooth talking recruiter that talked to you about what do they call it? something in belonging. You know it. What do you say? He's like, I don't know. I had a Marine recruiter ask me for advice on how to sell pride and belonging. That's what it is. How would you sell pride and belonging? I'm like, get out of here, bro. I was like, how about you don't sell shit? How about you just tell them the facts? And it is what it is. But he's like, yeah. It was like, okay, or don't continue fucking telling these kids what you think they want to hear. That's fine too. But I'm just telling you,
What
man.
they say the few what do you say, the few the proud. I mean no shade to the bath and laundry special. I'd be honored, I'd be happy to serve in any kind of way, but I'm just saying that I thank you for your point, and I'm not taking it like all like butthurt, you feel me? I get what you're saying, like, man, I'm just saying, like, you might have more say in your MOS options if, depending on your branch. So I don't want you to think that, oh, he didn't support my Marine Corps idea, like, boo-hoo. So like, wow, like, you feel me? So I'm just trying tell the people, like, you from out that I took the main message from it, which is the branch you go to might affect what guarantee you
No,
get, whether it's a
not
school,
not
MOS,
not
contract
might.
year.
It's not a might. It's a for sure will effect. It's not might.
Yeah,
It 100% will. It affects
yeah.
it.
I heard they even had this funky program where for a while you could choose what actual like base you could be stationed at for like a year or two. You can go choose to go to like Hawaii, Italy, or something, and they'll try their best to get. So Army
It's
school
not.
sometimes, man, they got a lot of good stuff. So I just
It's
want to
not
share
a
with y'all.
year or two. Yeah, it's not a year or two. It's your first contract. So you got option 19, which will give you a list of places you can pick from, or you got option 20, which is rarely ever around, which is automatically go to Hawaii. So I mean, I don't know, man. Army's big.
Italy,
It's big and
something,
friend.
you know.
That's what I'm
It's
saying. You want
better than the hood.
airborne? You want airborne? We got airborne contracts. You want Ranger? You got Ranger contracts. Shit, you want to try out for Green Beret right out the gate? We got that. You know, tell him
Yeah.
you want to go in on a Marsoc contract and see what he says.
Man, yeah, I feel you, dude. But yeah, well, much love to to
Yep.
everybody. Thank you guys, and much love to everybody out in Iran and everywhere, just kind of doing what they got to do.
Cool.
I'll see you guys. Thank you.
Hi, Sergeant Sal. How you doing?
What's going on, bro?
Just a quick question. I'm considering to add my sister. She's 7 years old as a dependent before shipping out. What do you think of that?
Do you take care of your sister?
I help out in the house. I help out.
You got to prove that you help out more than anybody else. I think the number is somewhere around I think it's like 75 or 80% of the household um, has to be paid for by you, and you have to prove that nobody else is capable of it. Like if she doesn't have, like, what about your parents? Like, what's up with them?
Gotcha. So the answer is no. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna say if your parents are capable of working, then the Army's not gonna let it. Now, if the parents cannot take care of your sister or themselves, you can actually add your entire family. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Army's not cold hearted, but they expect people to pull their weight. So it's like if mom or dad are disabled and they're unable to work, and you pay for everybody's livelihood, their rent, their food, their everything, then you can add them as a dependent. You just got to be able to prove that. But yes, it is possible.
Okay. Got it. All right. Understood. Thank you.
Yep, you have a good one, brother.
Yeah, you too. Bye bye.
Hey, Staff Sergeant, got a quick question for you.
I got quick answers.
So I'm the guy who called in about a week or two ago, basically asking like if I should try to just go to OCS or enlist because I do have a degree, but I also have the criminal background. I talked to the recruiter and I was asking about an option for contract, and I kind of thought that was off the table because I'm going to need a moral waiver. But he said it still like he said I could go for an option for a contract. Is that something you can do if you require a moral waiver?
Yeah, jumping out of
Okay.
airplanes ain't got nothing to do with you breaking the law.
Gotcha. And because I'm still, kind of early in the process, still working on my moral waiver, getting everything together, is like something like air defense kind of like out of the question just because that would require like a higher clearance?
No. How bad's your moral waiver? What are we talking again? You got to be. I'm sorry. I'm sure you told us, but you got to be specific. I get this same exact call probably 50 times a day. So
No, I don't think I did tell you. So I had a misdemeanor DUI when I was in college about like 8 years ago. And then while I was on probation, I got arrested for having a fake ID. So they treated it just like as a probation violation.
You're fine, dude.
All right, perfect. Thank you, man.
Yep. Mm,
Hello.
hello.
Yes, that's certain. Yes, that's me. One more question. So do you think I should be thinking about like life insurance and like those type of things as well, like to help make sure.
The military will set that all up for you, bro. I got a $500,000 life insurance policy.
Oh,
I think it's like, Collins, how much comes out of our pay? It's like super cheap.
$31.
$30, yeah, every
30,
paycheck. And it's a $500,000 insurance policy.
do you know what type of what is it called? Coverage?
You can also insure your spouse.
Yep. I think that went up to like 200 recently, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's like whole life insurance, there's like term life insurance, all that stuff.
No, so this is different. This is military version. So if anything happens to you and you do $500,000, right? You can actually either have them give it out in chunks, or you can do one lump sum.
Okay, because I remember, thank God I asked you. Because like there was this veteran I spoke to, this army guy. He's like, "Oh, something happens. It's 50,000." I'm like, "Okay."
No, bro. When maybe back when he was in, no, it's a $500,000 now for us, bro. Times have changed. No, so yeah, I pick, for instance, for mine, right? I do 500,000. I max it out, so I pay $31 a month, and I choose the lump sum version. So if something happens to me, and my wife will get all 500 grand, just one check. Here you go. And I know this doesn't really matter when we're talking 500 grand, but the remainder of my pay too. So like, if I didn't get a paycheck or whatever, you know what I mean, stuff like that, she'll get all of it in one lump sum.
Okay. And then one last thing. That's good. That's very good. That you shared that. Thank you.
Yep.
And when it comes to the TSP, what's your
Yeah.
advice after boot camp or after your training? You would say to then start like,
Set it up
or before.
as fast as they allow it. So if they sit you down at finance when you're first checking in, ask that you get set up into your TSP immediately. If they're like, no, you're gonna have to do that once you get to your unit, then whatever. But as soon as you get a chance, start investing into your TSP immediately and max it out the full amount that you're allowed a year.
Okay.
That is 100% what you need to do.
Yeah, my goal is to, I got you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think somewhere in my TSP, so it was set up where me and my dad, I didn't really fully understand it when I was doing it, forever ago. I started late, and even by starting late, I think it's projected to be about 1.5, 1.7 ish million dollars when I'm 65.
What?
Because I put like 11 or 12%. I can't remember. I put a shitload of my paycheck into my TSP.
At least like half.
No, not half. I mean, you got to live, but like I max it out, right? I think it's somewhere in the area of like 7,500 a year. You're supposed to is the max, and the army will. I think the army matches yours. I don't know. Collins, are you on the legacy one, or are you on the new one?
I'm on the new one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Did you do your continued service bonus?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I actually found out I was on the legacy, is I went to go put my continued service bonus in. And I was like, oh, all my boys were like, hey, don't forget, if you're still in, do this. And I was like, oh, okay, it's extra money. Hell yeah, it's like 13, 14 grand. I went to do it, and I'm not in it. I'm on the old retirement system, which the old system is by far better for you if you do all 20 years. But the new system is good for people that aren't sure if they're going to do 20. So I understand why they made the switch, because a lot of people weren't doing 20 years and they're kind of getting screwed out of the money they were putting in.
Mm,
But
okay.
yeah, it's a good system. It's
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's a lot of money if you play it right, brother. Like I told you, the military will set you up. You just gotta do all the things you're supposed to do, right?
Yeah, I'm learning.
In the TSP, like, dude, I am not gonna worry about my retirement. I mean, I'm gonna be a millionaire. The only way
No,
I'm not gonna be a millionaire is if the entire economy is gone and the government collapses. Which, if that's the case, I think we're all in a bigger trouble than money, you know? So
mhm. No, facts. And now, what's your advice when it comes to? I don't have to think too much, but it's like just to prepare, because there's a lot of things I'm seeing about, um, well, two things. Well, first the VA. I'm not really worried about that too much, but it's like it's a reality. What's going on with people in like dealing with the VA, and it's like they don't take care of people, and is it like how you document your like if anything happens to you?
yes. So
What's your
okay, let's start with what the VA does. The VA is the veteran is all like the hospital for the veterans, right? And everybody who served. If you got injured while in service, it was service related, you go to the VA to get it taken care of, right? Like any other government agency, they are bogged down. It
Mhm.
just is what it is, right? So you'll see
Just
things online about like appointments. It takes forever getting an appointment, or it takes this and this and this, right? I get it, and those things are definitely true. Um, but you got to understand that it's a small agency in comparison to how many people they're dealing with, and I kind of understand why they suck, but I guess it's not an excuse for them to suck. They need to be better, right? So yes. Now, what you would get from VA is called a VA disability rating when you get out. Okay. When you get out, they're going to look at your medical file, everything that has happened to you in service. Um, I suggest everything you document everything. Okay. I'm not saying like be that. Do not go in there with some fake nonsense. Okay, like I have
of
zero
course. Yeah.
respect for those people. That shit is stupid as hell. Okay, don't do that. If you stub your toe or something, don't go in there and be like, oh, I broke my foot. Like, no, you
No,
didn't.
that should be something that's serious, like that happened
Yeah,
during training.
don't get
Happened,
me wrong. Go get
or like
seen
if you
for
had a
everything.
personal. Hmm.
Right. If you're sick or whatever, like go to the doctor. Right. But like, don't be that guy that's trying to hunt for a percentage, because that's actually what's going to end up hurting the rest of the veterans. Is they're trying to cut benefits, the Congress is, because there are a bunch of liars out there. Okay, so they're going to end up screwing everybody in the future. So military members by doing that. Okay, some of these people don't give a shit. They're just trying to get it and out for theirs. And you know what? I actually hope they stub their fucking toe every day. But
I get you. It's a
with that being
system.
said, you need to go in, like, get taken care of. Don't avoid medical just because, but go get taken care of. When you get out of the military, they're going to pull up all your records and be like, "Oh man, I saw you fell down, whatever, while you were on duty, and you broke your leg, and you said your leg still hurts from time to time, or you have trouble walking or whatever." You might get a percentage for that, so they'll be like, "Oh, here's like 3% or whatever," right? Oh, you have tinnitus because your ears are ringing. Here's 5%, whatever it is, right? So now what they mean by percentages is going to take that percent of your pay, and that's what you're going to get in the form of a disability check every month.
Okay.
Okay. So basically that's the government saying, hey, thank you for your service. We're sorry this happened to you. Here's some money. Shut up and go away. Like,
Is
that's
that the only way to get your money back from your service to keep that, or no?
what you mean, like get your money
So
back.
that's the way. Just the money that you work for, like
You
in
get paid on the 1st and 15th every month.
yeah. But I'm
That's
saying to
that's your
secure.
money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
that's
why you have the TSP, right, and all those other
well, yeah,
things to
that's a
help you
retire.
manage
That's
that.
that's for retirement. Your TSP is for your retirement, right? Now, don't get me wrong. If you do 20 years, you're going to get a retirement pension. Okay, so the higher ranking you are when you retire, you're going to get a pension, which is basically another. I can't remember exactly how much. It's a decent chunk of your percentage of your pay that you got while you were in. and you'll get that every month just for doing 20 years. It's a pension, just like if you ever hear the old dudes that are like, oh, I worked at Ford for 25 years and
Yeah,
retired with my pension. That's the same thing. Yeah.
yeah.
So you get a military pension too if you do 20.
Yeah, I met an army guy, the same army guy I told you. He has like three. He has three checks. He's like, oh, he worked in the military, he worked at the post office, and he worked for like GM.
Yep.
So
That dude's rolling in it.
yeah.
Yep.
So
So, I
my
mean,
last, yeah.
for instance, I think of the last time I looked at like what I'm probably going to get out, because as far as like disability and like after my retirement, projecting that I'd be like an E8 or something when I retire, hopefully more. But I mean, I'm probably looking at 6 a month. I think 6,000. I don't know. Does that sound about right, Collins? To you?
Yes, your retirement pay is going to be about it's 50% at 20 years. It's 50% of your base pay, and then if you do any more after that, it's going to be for every year. I want to say it's 2.5% increase. So like if you do 21 years, it'd be 52.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
perfect.
then,
Yeah, you know,
so then you guys look at that plus any sort of disability rating you may get. Because I mean, I'm not going to lie, it's almost impossible not to have something after 20 years. We are very active, and I mean, shit happens, you know.
yeah,
So you add your disability on top of your pension, and that's what you
every
get,
time.
plus free healthcare for the rest of your life.
Yeah, yeah. Now you know the thing. I'm just like you. I'm the only person in my whole family that's going into service. My older brother told me to do it. I've been wanting to do it since I was young. But the other thing is, um, last is sports in the military.
Yeah.
I I see that the Army and the Air Force, they have this thing called World Class Athlete
Yep.
program. I ran track in high school and college, right? My goal is to get back. I am training and getting in. The thing is, the Navy is a little bit different, but I'm still, my goal is to still like represent the military. I would like to go professional, you know,
Yeah.
but it's gonna take work. But I see that the military has the resources. So do you think that's possible?
Yeah, of course it is. I don't want to sound like a
It's not. It's not. It's not. I know it's not easy, but I
no,
definitely see
yeah, I
like
was
the
gonna say
Army.
I don't want to
Yeah.
sound like one of those nerds online. It's like you could do whatever you put your
No,
mind to. But I
no,
mean,
no.
that's
I know
quite
it's not
literally
easy.
it
That
is
shit
the
is not
case.
easy. It's not
Yeah,
easy.
you could do it. It is a possibility to answer your question, but you're right. It's not easy. And the military, you got to understand, the military is an organization where we are just filled with athletes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, so you're not going up against Steve down the road who, you know, watches his kids' Little League games. You're going up against a dude who wakes up every day, regardless of how he feels, and has to go to PT and run 5 miles, you know, and like
Mhm.
that's who we're talking about here. So you're right. It's not easy, but it is possible. Yes.
Okay.
Hey, can I
Cool.
add on to that real quick too?
Yeah, of course. I know you know a lot about
Hey,
it.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, you
Hey,
got the.
so did you run in college?
Yeah, I ran
Okay.
junior college. Yep.
Okay. How good were you in high school? Were you like state or
Um.
anything?
Yeah, I made it to states. I made it to groups. So that's the meet before states. Meet before that's like state semifinals, and then in
Okay.
junior college, I was an All American, Division 3,
Okay.
NJCAA.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so I mean, you could apply for the WCAP, but let's say it doesn't work out, so you can also consider doing another program. It's called the Army's All Army Sports Team,
Well, I'm
and then
going for
basically, if
the.
You
you
joined the Navy.
I'm going for the Navy. That's
or
the problem. Yeah,
yeah,
the
so
Navy has
I'd
all
look into
Navy.
them. I'm sure they have another avenue like that. So basically, the All Army Sports Team is like a step below the WCAP, and if you do well enough there, then the WCAP will pull you up. So I'm sure the Navy has a
I
program
think you
like that.
might be able to apply to
Yeah, because I'm
from
trying.
sister services.
Yeah, because I'm
Yeah.
trying to see if that's possible. Because the Navy doesn't have the world. It's the Army and the Air Force that has that.
Yeah, I think it would probably be possible. So when you're talking about doing special out of the box things for the military, they usually will pull from all sister services. Like you could actually from the Navy
Represent.
apply to go to like SFAS and try to be a Green Beret.
Okay.
Yeah, like these are things that you can do from any service, right? It doesn't matter as long as you're in the military. You should be able to do that. I would almost bet my next paycheck that you would be able to apply for that from another service.
Okay, appreciate that. Yeah, because I was just looking it up. Cool. I
Yep.
appreciate you guys.
Of course. No, congratulations, man. And I get that you're nervous because this is a new life that you're getting into, but just just go. It's going to be so easy, right? When you get through basic, or once you what they call it, do they call it basic or
Boot camp. Boot camp.
boot camp? Okay, so once you go to boot camp, um, the best advice I can give anybody going is count, like make it to the next meal, right? When you're thinking like, damn, this is hard, or why did I do this? Be like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna make it to lunch, right? You're gonna sit down, eat lunch, and then you're gonna go train. Damn, why did I do this? Make it to fucking dinner. Man, you're now you're light up in your bunk. Man, this shit's hard. Okay, I'm just gonna make it to breakfast, and just keep doing that. And by the time you blink, you're gonna be graduating. You're gonna be going to your first unit, and life's gonna be good. It's gonna be different. So,
Thank you.
Bro, if I can do it 2 times, you can do it 1 time.
2 times.
oh, I was
Thank you.
saying, I was like, I thought for a second, I was like, wait, are you prior service? But I forgot you were a drill sergeant.
Yeah, I literally went through as a freaking staff sergeant. I went through basic all over again. So if I can do it, trust me, you can do it, bro. It ain't that
Oh,
bad.
wow. Thank you. No, I appreciate it.
Collins, I told you about when I yelled at that staff sergeant, right? Or that drill sergeant.
Yeah, I do not want to talk about that, dude. Drill Sergeant Academy got soft, bro.
Bro,
Appreciate you.
that guy had it coming.
The one thing I learned I'm seeing though is our military is different because I had one last veteran I spoke to. I spoke to a lot of veterans, to be honest with you.
Good.
They're mostly proud. The one guy I spoke to, he was like, man, he was in the Marines. He was like, this isn't my grandfather's military. This is not my father's military. This isn't the military I was in, you know. But I think every generation, I was just telling my mom today, I'm like, this is what I want to do. Every generation has people that are doing this. So
Yeah. So here's the deal. What does he say? That it's not the military I grew up in. Like he's talking about how it's soft, right? I'm sure he
yeah,
was.
it's
Yeah.
different.
So look, man, I'm gonna tell you right now. Every generation says the same thing about the last. Okay. I don't care who you are, what you're doing, right? So my favorite story to tell people this because they bring this up a lot is um in the 1800s, I think it was like 1890 or yeah, 1890. They said there was a news article in the Times that came out, and it said that the new generation is lazy, unmotivated, and cannot comprehend basic tasks. Right? They say that the future doesn't look good, and it's the same thing we do now. You look at these kids running around, with the broccoli head haircuts and the 6'7" shit, and you think they're all autistic or something, but like we're going to talk shit, but at the same time, they're going to be in a position where they're going to be successful and they're going to do things that we couldn't comprehend or think about. Um, it's just a different world. Everybody will say the same thing, right? Like, yeah, back in my day, deployments were super hard, right? Blah, blah. These new guys got it good. It's like, yeah, but back in your day, they didn't have little mini $50 drones with bombs attached to them flying over your head. So it's like they're dealing with shit that you couldn't comprehend back then.
Yeah,
So
this shit is different.
yeah, it's always different. It's always different. Dude, did you see, did you see Iran? What is it? I think they flew a bunch of drones at one of our ships at the Navy, and they were talking about how we use $1 million missiles to shoot down like $1,000 drones, and they flew a bunch of those drones out there, and we shot it with a laser and fucking just neutralized all the drones. Hilarious, like some shit out of Star Wars. And it's like, okay, well now we just shot out your drones by flicking a light switch. So it is what it is,
No,
dude. You're gonna be fine. It's gonna be awesome. You're gonna love it. You're gonna be stationed somewhere cool. That's something about the Navy is like you got to be by water, I guess. So
appreciate that. I'm ready. So yeah, I'll let somebody else get on. But thank you guys again.
yep, you're good, bro. All right. I don't know if there's any hands. I think it might be done anyway. So, yeah. Oh, hey, anybody waiting? You guys are trying to go Green Beret, trying to go Ranger, trying to do that stuff, hit me up. If you're trying to go officer, hit me up. If you are a good candidate, then we're going to pass you off and you got Sergeant Collins is going to take care of you. But again, you must reach out to me first. Do not reach out to him and waste my boy's time. Otherwise, I'm just going to kick you out of the Discords and you can't follow instructions. That's going to be the problem here. So reach out to me first and let me talk to you. Make sure that you know that you are going to be able to have a chance at OCS. Because if you don't have a chance, I'm not wasting his time. Our time is too valuable for that. Okay. Chase.
Yeah. Hey. I'm actually trying to go to OCS. I'm applying for the May board. I just saw the results from the March board, and it looked really rough from what I saw. I think it was like a 33% selection rate.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm working on getting my final letter of recommendation, and then I have a mock board interview with some former generals that they offered to give me. What would you say would be something that would set me apart that most candidates don't even think about when it comes to a board process or with the packet in general?
Well, some of that's not really something you can accomplish now, right? So, like, what did you play sports in college?
I did not know.
What was your GPA?
3.8.
Oh, you got a decent chance just with your academics. Letters of recommendation will be the big difference maker, right? So some people look at the letters of recommendation as check the block. Oh, damn, they say I need 3. All right, I'll just get one from my pastor, one from my fucking mayor. I don't know, in my town of 15. You know what I'm saying? They look at it like that and they just want to get the letters, turn them in, and submit their packet, right? But you got to understand that everything in that packet makes the packet what it is, right? So they're going to look at it all. Make sure that you're maxing out whatever PT standard there is. If they can put in Collins, did you have to do an OPAT or is it?
I did, yeah. I got the heavy.
Okay, yeah. Make sure you got the top scores on that. And then again, letters of recommendation. So if you can get a letter of recommendation, so here's what I would do. Okay, and I was telling Collins this earlier today. Talk to the school that you went to. Okay, find the ROTC commander at your school. I'm assuming you went to a big school, right?
ASU.
Okay, Arizona.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, call the ROTC commander up there and tell him what you're trying to do. Be like, hey, here's my school academic record. I have no disciplinary anything, blah, blah, blah. Fluff it up a little bit. Hey, I wish I would have thought about this earlier. I probably would have tried to come to your ROTC program, whatever you got to say. Be like, but I want to serve now. And I was wondering if you could help me, give me some advice, right? Because psychologically, people want to help others. So when you ask for help, it makes them more inclined to want to help you. And then get some advice from him and then ask at the end, like, hey, will you write me a letter of recommendation? Right.
Okay.
Most people are not going to want to just write you a letter because they don't know you. So you have to call that man and like do a little rapport building with him. Maybe ask, are you still anywhere near there?
No, I'm in Texas now.
Okay. So just reach out to him that way via email or whatever. And just, start with, my advice would be start with, hey, can I pick your brain, sir? Right. This is what I'm trying to do. And I just had some questions about the military in general and things like that. Right. You're building rapport. Okay. Even if you don't have questions, ask him questions. Okay. And then, finally, after a little bit, ask him for a letter of recommendation because ASU is a large D1 university. It's going to have a lieutenant colonel will be in charge of that program. So having a military lieutenant colonel, whereas you probably don't have anybody right now, right? You don't have
I
A
have a
letter.
3-star general from
Oh,
a former 3-star. And then I think the
fired?
interview that I'm doing also, I think it's a board of 4 3-star generals that he's putting together that are former friends of his.
Wait, what? Hold on.
It's
What
a
board?
mock board that he's setting
Oh,
up
okay.
for me to kind of like just
Yeah.
walk me through the process and give me tips on what I
Get
should be
all their
looking
letters.
for.
Screw what I just said. You don't need that guy. So just get those letters of recommendation from the generals, and you're gonna be fine. You're gonna get accepted. You're gonna have letters of recommendation from 3 stars, and you're gonna have a 3.8 GPA. You have a heavy score on your OPAT. You're getting accepted.
Okay.
Congratulations, sir. I'll be saluting you in about a year.
Alrighty. Sounds good. Thank you guys so much.
Yep. All right. All right. I don't think we have any more questions. I don't see anything. So, yeah, again, if you guys were waiting till I got back, I'm back and I'm working on everybody's packets. I've already put up three projections for next week. People are going to MEPS to join the Army. So I told y'all it's going to be hard until I got back, but here we are. Let's get it going. If there's no more questions tonight, Collins, you got anything for the better of the group?
No, I'll hit you up after this though.
All right, dope. Other than that, you guys, I appreciate you stopping in. Does everybody have my way to contact me at all? Anything like that? Let me look here. And boom. All right, there we go. I pushed my Instagram in there. Go ahead, give me a follow so that way you can always reach out to me, whatever. And then you can like my funny videos. I put a lot of work into those videos, so I would appreciate those little hearts, you know. Other than that, we'll talk to you guys later. Appreciate y'all stopping in.